I've been wanting a crossbody bag for the longest. So my aunt gifted me this skirt, but I don't really like the skirt. I wouldn't wear it as a skirt. So I thought it would make a cute crossbody bag, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Welcome if you are new. My name is Ruby. On this channel we do thrift flips, sewing DIYs, basically everything sewing with a sprinkle of lifestyle. Subscribe if that's your scene, and let's get started with today's video. I accidentally deleted the video of where I was cutting out the pieces on the skirt, but this is the basic layout that I had to get all the pieces of the bag. So these are the pieces of the bag. I had the front part and then the back part, which I had to remove the zip, so we're gonna sew that closed later. So I'm going to be using the waist part of the skirt as the belt of the bag, and I did cut a little bit at the bottom of the skirt as well to do like as an extent for the belt because I want it to be really long. And then I also cut out the base of the bag, which is going to be from the middle of the bag and going to the sides a little bit. I also realized I didn't get an adjuster, so I'm going to be using this buckle for it, and this is going to be our lining for the bag, which I totally forgot about. So we're going to be cutting out the lining now. So if you didn't understand how to cut out the bag, this is basically pretty much the same thing with the lining. I'm taking the piece of lining that I cut out from the front part of the bag, and I'm just going to cut another identical piece for the other side of the lining. Time I've also decided to add a pocket in this bag because I rarely ever add pockets to things. So that's what I'm cutting out now, just a nice rectangle. So now we're going to cut out the base of the bag as well, just trace out the base that we already had. I'm just going to lay all the pieces of the bag that we need to have to make sure everything is together and we got all the components so we can start sewing. Skirt is from Mossimo. I've never heard of this brand before. Do comment down below if you guys have. So now we're going to start with attaching the base of our lining with one part of the lining, making sure that the middle parts are aligned, and then we're going to pin it around towards the sides of the lining. After sewing, when you flip it inside out, this is how it's looking. So it should look like a little base, like it should sit. Then you know you're doing it right. Now going ahead, doing the same thing as we did with the lining for the outer part of the bag. I decided to use this pin this time so that I can make my life easier. Now I'm going to be sewing this placed together, that's where I removed the zip of the skirt, so we're just going to do a simple straight stitch. Now taking the other piece of the lining and our pocket part, we're going to just do a 1/2 inch fold and then top stitch all around the whole square. Now I'm going to be attaching the pocket to the other side of the lining. We're just going to put it in the center and sew around 4 corners and then 1 straight stitch in the middle to separate the 2 pockets. We're going to attach the whole lining together, the first part that has the base and then the part that has the pocket. Right sides are going to be touching and then we're going to sew all around the bottom. While sewing the lining together, remember to leave a little bit of a hole so that we can flip the bag inside out through the lining. Now taking the actual bag, we're going to put it together, right sides touching, same as we did with the lining, and sew all around without leaving any gaps. Now having our bag and our lining all done together, we are going to take the belt and then we're going to add the little extent of the belt and we're going to stash it in here and sew straight. Now I'm going to be inserting the adjuster onto our belt. You guys can just watch because I don't know how to explain this. Now we're going to take our lining and put it inside out. Right sides are going to be touching the right sides of the bag when we put it inside the bag. Now we're taking our belt and we're going to put it between the lining and the bag, and then we're going to make sure that our belts are lining up with the sides of the bag and then pin it down. I did not want to add any zip to this bag, so we're going to be putting this ribbon in the center of the bag and pinning it down, and this is going to be like our bag tie. And then now we're just going to sew all around the top of the bag. This is how the bag is looking. Now we're gonna turn it inside out and we're gonna look for that little hole in the lining, and we're gonna use that to turn the whole bag inside out to the right side. After getting everything to the right side, we're gonna do a top stitch around the top of the bag and then also close the little opening on our lining. result of today's project. Please do comment down below what you guys think. I really liked how it came out, really cute. And if you really liked watching this kind of videos, there is more on my channel. You can go down to the playlist on my channel, Return Trip Flips. That's where you can get a lot of upcycling ideas and tutorials as well. See you guys in the next one.